All right, we live. Welcome to the Room Show. I got a special guest, Billboard producer. How you doing, bro?
I'm great, man. Another day, another beautiful opportunity to get it.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you for taking time coming on the podcast.
No problem. Appreciate the invite.
Definitely. So everything you're doing a lot of things, music, producing, all angles. What sparked you to want to get into that?
Uh, well, really, it started with my dad. Um, he has a deep love for music, and I found one of his guitars in the closet. So then, after that, I started playing guitar, and then after that went into recording my own music, and then producing music, and then producing for other people. So that's pretty much where that started from.
You,
Yeah.
s- you started at a young age, or you started when you was older?
I started when I was young. I want to say like 10, 11. Yeah.
And was it when you first started? Was it the producing, or was it the music? Was like the first thing that you started?
It was really just playing instruments. But then after that, it was rapping, being like a hip hop artist. And then I wanted my own original production. So I started I started making my own beats or figuring out how to make beats. So that's that's where that went.
Super fire. And roads where you came across, certain things that didn't happen that you wanted to happen. What's some things that you do to keep going?
Ooh. Um, I don't know. I just keep going. I don't really have a real answer for that. Like, even if I wanted to stop, like it's real. Like I can't. Like I still got folks looking forward to what I'm doing, and counting on me to make certain things happen. So it's hard to really take a pause from all of this. So sometimes it's like life don't really give you an option with this type of stuff. So I guess that's the only real answer I could really give. And then on top of that, when you put a lot of years into a craft, it's like you be kind of dumb to stop. So that's how I look at it too. It's like even if I wanted to, it's like okay, you spend this amount of years into doing what you do, like it doesn't make sense to stop right now. So don't.
That's a good way to say it too.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you heard, but like a lot of people be saying like stick to one thing, and
hmm
obviously you one of the ones to do a few. How you feel about that?
You always want to have a main thing, but at the same time, um, it's always good to be multifaceted too, because not everybody is going to have that one way in to a certain situation. So if you learn different things, you know how to stay in the room so they don't have to look anywhere else. And then after that, then you could, work your move a little bit differently. But it's always good to have different skills, I'd say so.
Good one. You being an A&R for like Empire, and stuff like that. How you balance it? Doing what you do, doing your own stuff. How you balance everything?
Whew. That's a tough one right there. I don't even know how I balance it, to be honest. Like I always scout for talent and look for different ways to enhance the the artists that I do work with as far as, what their projects need. Um, Really it's just about having a set schedule as far as okay, I'm going to do this today, or this um, needs more of my time than anything else, and then sticking to it more so than anything. Um, it's really just about scheduling, but I do a lot. within the day, for sure, for sure. A lot of phone calls, a lot of different studio sessions. So it's hard to keep up. But I don't even have an answer with that, but I try to make like a schedule within it all as best as I can. You know, I'm not always the um, perfect with the scheduling, but the workflow is definitely a necessity with what I do because you can get burnt out really quickly.
Real quick, your schedule is important,
Oh yeah, it's essential, very essential.
right? And how did you get to become an A&R for Empire?
Well, really more so, it was I started doing a lot of A&R work for 808 Mafia first. And then afterwards I started working with other labels, started working with the A&Rs with Empire. So that more so started with just ironically, I guess you would say like me traveling and going on tour, that's what opened the door for me dealing with Empire. I went on tour last year to South by Southwest, and then I met a connect over there, and he referred me to somebody over at Empire. I got cool with them, started working with them, getting deals for artists and myself and whatnot. So that's pretty much how that happened. I just expanded to say the least. You know, I just tried something, and then I got connected with the right people, and with my expertise, you know, I just fit right in as far as getting people what they need and doing a lot of the back end work that a lot of folks don't know about.
Super fire. I know it was lots of work too.
Yeah, for sure. But you know, music is in my blood, so it's not really too hard. Not something I gotta really think about.
And being a Billboard producer, um, was it the one that you produced with Future and YSL?
Nah, actually, it was. I got a couple of them. It's the one with G Easy, and then I don't know if you're familiar with Prince Swanee, but that's Byron Messiah's. Um, Byron Messiah is one of his artists. If you ever heard of the Taliban song,
Yeah,
yeah. So I got a couple album placements with him. So that went Billboard, and then I got a couple songs with Rude Boy Finesse that went Billboard also. So yeah,
it's crazy fire, man. G Easy, all those people. How that feel though, bro? That's super big.
it's big, but I want more. Tip of the iceberg. You feel me? Like
Hmm.
I never get content with just the one because you know it's just the beginning. Like every new deal, every new placement is like it's cool, but there's still a lot of work to be done for sure, for sure. But I'm grateful though. Like a lot of these people, they don't have to work with me by any stretch, you know. So just allowing me the opportunity to grace their album, I'll forever be grateful. But it's just the tip of the iceberg with me. It's a lot more to be expected from me, a lot more work to be done, a lot of new things dropping.
Right, you just get started. It's just a warm up.
Exactly, just the warm up to me.
Right. What's one thing that you haven't done yet that you want to do?
Shoot, I feel like I haven't defined my sound yet as a producer. I haven't broke an artist yet. I guess you would say. Like I've worked with a lot of different artists, but I haven't um, came into the industry with one artist and developed a sound. That's my next goal. That separates, the little boys from the men. I guess you would say. Yeah,
Facts.
yeah.
And I know you in the studio working right now. I got one more question before we go. What's some advice you could give to somebody who wants to start, become a producer, or just starting a business?
Learn the business first. It's cool to create, but what I always stress is just learn how you're getting paid from this. And then if you don't if it's too hard to learn by yourself, definitely get a mentor and just learn as much as you can. When I used to go to college, I used to research videos like 3 to 5 things, and whatever I'm not necessarily sure of, I'll brush up on the knowledge, and I go to sleep with that in my mind. So if you don't know, gotta go looking for it, you know. So that's my best advice, or just seek out people who do know, and then just follow up under their lead and get around the right team and just grow. You know, it's really more so about collaboration and knowledge more so than anything when it comes down to what we do in this industry. So that's my advice.
Super dope, bro. Well, once again, I appreciate you for coming on the podcast. We gotta do a part two soon.
Hell yeah, anytime, anytime.
Definitely, bro. All right, bro. Appreciate you.
Always, always. Stay tuned.
All right, bro.